So for clarification, I mean, in Vortex, there's only one doll. It's me. That's through all area, space, and time. There will never be a replicate. And then there's a Diszel, D-I-S-E-L, Wheelhouse of my genetic offspring. Michael Hewson, when he was, he's a Diszel. I have a Diszel genetic copy of what my son in that uniform looks like, with an olive green uniform on. I'm sitting on a couch with glasses on, and there's a window behind me. It's like a wall, and then there's like a little window of light above my head. And Michael puts down a bag, and he says, "Mom?" And I'm like, "Is that who I am right now?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, well, I don't understand why you're here." And I'm like, "But where is this, Michael?" And he goes, "Wait, how do you, that's not my name." I go, "What's your name?" He goes, "No, my name's Benjamin right now." "Why, you have intel that I'm going to be Michael?" He's like, no, that's not good. He's like, no, the family, we took that name off of the wedding list that went to funeral, although we have a few that were in the Diszel house, close enough that we're holding on to at clan level. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, all right, so you're still on set to be Benjamin. And he's like, yeah, well, that's the problem. And he's like, that's what I'm working on. I'm like, right. He's like, but did you know, like, I might be Michael Hewson, because there's he looks a little different than I do, but I hear that I can slip in and out as doppelganger, so this way I could get Dad or Diszel, Wheelhouse Vlad, superhero Vlad, your info, so everything turns out all right. And I'm like, right. He's like, none of this sounds familiar to you yet? And I'm like, not in real life. I said, I'm still walking around with those golden eagle handcuffs that someone pronounced and put on me. He's like, you know that everybody thinks that it was you. I was like, why would I put golden mental handicap on my person, my entire venture? It messes with the Diszel wheelhouse, and from us controlling the spikes of human, like, wins and scores. I only have, I have to reiterate to you, but that's how the conversation went. Then later on, when I met Houston, of course, I had mental handcuffs on, didn't know who he was, but he was 10 years older than I am. Gorgeous in the photo. Got to him in real life, and his body was Diszel mechanic, but he was, I then was with Tia Frio, and what I thought looked like a doppelganger for Michael Houston walked in, but he had like a flat forehead. It was like really weird. It was like, instead of going up, Michael is really like a very handsome guy in real life, but or like the one that I met up with on Cedar, but yeah, again, that might confuse people, but I have a very specificity on genetic wheelhouse that qualifies as Diszel. Alexander is Diszel. He's Diszel genetic from our specific wheelhouse. He's just got mom's eyes, which means it's indicative of we're in trouble because there's too many spikes, and those golden handcuffs is the only case that during my lifetime anybody is allowed to win, because I have stupid fucking humans blocking drug companies from doing the correct thing for me because there's too many people dying elsewhere and they want new drugs, and then they're gonna get upset and then they have a class action. Right, all these fucking bullshit things when I'm out of position is just burying my ability to get the real criminals who really don't give a shit about you and your people. And they're messing up space and time, they're messing up the drug industry, they're messing up the health of humans, and I'm at the end of my life cycle where I really don't give a shit, and I don't see why I should save any of you. So, you put mental handcuffs on me my entire fucking life, making it, I'm like, I can't even remember what the fuck I'm supposed to be aiming for in, like, superior, like, missing link in Darwin genetics for specificity purposes. So, Alexander looks carbon copy correct for Brimstone's Diesel House. He's just a little out of form on the shape because he's got no uniform. And the thing we call Anthony or Nucci with the cat scratch third, he's also carbon copy Cataruza. He's not a Tiafrio, just like Alexander will never be a roamer. That he's Diesel House and genetics. He's not a Darwin human at all. Not by date, not by carbon, not by anything. If that clarifies.